Good morning, friends. It is day 16 of Vlogmas, and I'm headed to campus. Today is the President's Christmas brunch, which is why I'm headed to campus. Yeah, there isn't anything else to say about that. I was running through some things that I want to get done today, so I'm hoping to have a really productive day at work. Fingers crossed that I can keep this momentum going in my brain. Because sometimes I start the day off like, yeah, I'm going to do all the things. And then I get like a little bit into it and I'm like, I'm going to do one of the things. What else can I tell you about today? I really have nothing else. I edited the last 3 vlogs last night, or yesterday and last night, so I'm really proud of myself for getting that done. And then I stayed up working on some crochet for myself, which is nice. I made my Mr. Grinch's December hat, so I'm going to put that on him when I get to the office. And then I also started making a new Grinch. I bought this pattern a while ago, a few years ago, and I just never got around to making it. So, I don't want to be the kind of person who just buys patterns and never makes them. So I try to, especially with the Grinchy things, when I buy them, I try to immediately make them. So I think this is I have 2 Grinch patterns that I haven't made yet. So, yeah. And I bought this green yarn back in October. I saw it at Joann and I was like, well, if this isn't the Grinchiest green ever there was. So I bought 2 skeins of it. But judging by how much yarn it took to make the arms, I'm definitely gonna have a whole skein left over. So I need to figure out what I can do with that yarn. Because of course I don't have the receipt anymore. And returning things to Joann without a receipt is kind of annoying. So, yeah. So I started making a Grinch, and I made the hat. So that was nice to do some personal crochet last night. Yeah. So I'll see y'all on campus.
I'm here for a couple of announcements. The first one, the most important one, is the door decorating contest winner. Is that correct? All right.
They're Syne.
What was it? The Amazing Press getting to do this? And it would say marketing, but door, so.
Do you want the shirt? Yeah, you have to go get it.
Yeah, I'm all set.
I'm assuming you're ready.
Might be there for that. In third place is the nursing department. In second place, drum roll please, the PA department, physician assistant department. The department in first place, building suspense, oh sorry, I did it too soon, is the academic operations one-stop. Also known as...
That was the one that had the great outside across the door.
Sorry.
place in the door decorating contest. What can be said that best describes how I feel right now, or how I've been feeling all day? Disappointed. Like, I was upset, like, when they said, oh, third place is nursing. I was like, okay. And before they announced it, they had this slideshow going with all the doors, right? And everybody's looking at it like, oh man, nursing like knocked it out of the park. Nursing did a great job. And we got third place, and the two displays that got second and first place, like, how? I mean, I don't know. But I realized that the hard thing for me, and the thing that, okay, so long story short, I had the illest mood swing behind this, because immediately, when I say immediately, my brain went straight to, oh, you guys got third place because nobody really likes you. And yeah, nobody cares about you. And I couldn't help but take it personally, because literally everything out there belongs to me, and so much of it has memories and stories and, you know, all of this context for me. And then to have like the judges or whatever come through and basically say, like, the display that won is, you all saw it in a previous vlog, is the one that just had the giant Grinch, the giant dancing Grinch. Yeah, that was their display. They had a giant dancing Grinch, they had a sleigh, and then they had like a what do you call it? A little fireplace with a stocking on it. And yeah, that won first place. And I was just like, where is the effort? But you know, but what I want to talk about is the feelings that I was having afterwards, right? So if you are a longtime viewer, you will know that I deal with anxiety, depression, all that good stuff, right? So it's not out of left field for me to have, you know, these mood swings. It's not out of left field for my brain to go completely anti-Kalisha and just like tear me down. You know, these are things that I have experienced. And one of the things that I experience a lot at work specifically is feeling that I'm not good enough, right? And I know that a lot of people deal with that, you know, imposter syndrome in your jobs and everything like that. But I feel like that so incredibly much. And I think that's the thing that pushes me to be the kind of worker I am, to be the kind of person that whenever anybody has a question, I make sure that I find information. I'm going above and beyond. Like, I say that, you know, it's because my parents brought me up to, like, with that, whatsoever your hand finds to do with whatsoever your hand finds to do it to the glory of God, you know, concept. Yes, but and, you know, yes, and yes, I want to do everything I can to the best of my ability, and I want to represent my family well. I want to represent, like, the groups of people that I'm affiliated with. I want to represent them well. You know, I want people to know that whenever they interact with me, that there is a certain level of, like, there's a certain expectation of, like, the work is going to be done well. But also, I push myself like that because I am always fearful that whatever I do, even though it is my best, I'm always fearful that it's not enough. I'm about to cry again, y'all. But like, that's constantly in my head, you know? And it's especially difficult when I know that whatever it is that I'm bringing is my best, you know? To have that feeling that this is everything and it still isn't good enough, or to have my mind telling me that, that's trash. So that is the headspace that I've been in pretty much all day. And I was really grateful because, like, after you know, they made the announcements of like the winners and stuff, we were supposed to have like a lunch, and I had my knitting with me, so I knew that I wasn't, like, I was like, girl, we're not okay. So I went to the bathroom, like, did some deep breathing, splashed some water on my face, tried to like center myself again, came back, sat down, pulled out my knitting. I'm knitting, I'm talking to the people at my table, and I could just feel the tears behind my eyes, you know, and I didn't want to cry like in front of everybody, right? So I went to the bathroom again, and I was like, girl, get it together. And when I came back, I sat back down, picked up my knitting again, and everybody at the table was discussing, you know, the judging, like, what's the criteria? Because clearly, you know, type conversations. And I was just like, you know what? I can't do this. I'm not going to be able to hold it together. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go back to the office. I passed a note to my coworker who was sitting next to me. I was like, yeah, I'm going back to the office. And she was like, all right. So I got up, grabbed my stuff, duck out the room, like the little hall or whatever. And I was walking out the building, and one of my other coworkers came like running up behind me to check on me. And she was basically like, I understand exactly what you're feeling. What you did was great. You are enough. We all love you. We know that, you know, you put 100% into everything. You're valued. Like, when I tell you, this girl was just pouring into your girl, and I was just like, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm okay. I had a little bit of a panic attack. And then even with that, like, when I got myself together, one of my other coworkers came out, and she was like, I'm just here to make sure you're okay, to make sure that nobody else like runs up on you while you're having your moment. And the first coworker was saying, you know, I'm out here because I see you. I know what a panic attack looks like. So she was like, as soon as you got up, I was out here. Like, I was gonna follow you. And it felt really good to know that my coworkers see me. Because, you know, I don't, like, as much as I advocate for mental health, and I try to be that safe place for other people, I don't expect other people to provide a safe place for me, which, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, that's I guess that's also something that's behind a lot of the things that I do, like the reasoning behind my incessant need to let other people know that they can come and talk to me if they need to, that they can find a positive something or other from me if they need it. The reason that I am always trying to find ways to uplift people around me is because I don't expect anybody to do that for me. And I know what it feels like to not have that. So I don't want the people around me to feel like they don't have that. So it was really impactful for me to have that moment with my coworkers. So that was my day, y'all. I was talking to my friend Tiffany and, told her what happened and everything, and she was like, dang man, that sucks. I'm sorry that you had that panic, but it's okay. It's all right to feel what's the word? Not discouraged, disappointed. It's all right to feel disappointed. That's normal. You'll be okay. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But I'm also having to do a whole lot of like reframing in my mind and reminding myself that I'm good. That, like, reminding myself of the joy that, my collection brought to campus. And even, seeing the students come and take pictures and like everybody's all excited about the collection, it's making people smile. Like, that's what I want to put out into the world. So I have to remind myself that even though whatever happened with the judges and everything, maybe it wasn't like for competition, right? Maybe it was to be a bright spot. And I need to like frame that in my mind as the success, as, I was a Grinchy bright spot. And now hopefully whenever anybody sees anything Grinchy, it'll make them smile because they have a context for it, And I just really hope that this disappointment doesn't imprint itself on my collection, because let me tell you how mad I will be if next year when I open my box of Grinchy stuff and I'm like, oh man, you remember that time we got 3rd place because these big blah, blah, blah. Like, I need that memory to just be erased. Like, where is the Men in Black so they can neuralize me so I can just not have memory of this experience, because I'll be dumped to crumped. Dump it to crumpet if this experience makes me any kind of sad when it comes to my collection. But I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna put on some comfy clothes and I'm going to decorate the rest of my shelves with my Christmas stuff. I've got my Kwanzaa stuff. I'm gonna make a Kwanzaa shelf. I'm gonna make 2 other Christmassy Grinchy shelves with everything that I have left, and I'm gonna have a good night because my collection is bomb. Like, it's bomb. I have a freaking wood cutting that one of my friends gave me, my friend Jen. Her dad was cutting down a tree and slicing up the branches, and she said, that branch looks like the Grinch. And she painted me little Grinch faces. I have 3 hand-painted wooden Grinch faces in my collection. Like, my collection is so full of great stories and handmade things and just things that make me smile because they are so unique. And it's not my fault that, other people didn't get the greatness that they were witnessing. They should have let me talk longer. They were looking at me like they were bored when I was pointing out some of the things. But whatever. We are okay. We are enough. We are okay. We get up every day. We adult every day. We do our best every day. Whether that is however many spoons of mental energy we have, we use them. We are kind to ourselves. We are enough. And we are okay. So we got a work in progress. I need some lights over here and down here. So this is going to be my Grinch stuff that's still at home. This is going to be more like traditional, like vintage woodsy Christmas. That over there is my Kwanzaa cubby. And basically all of my lights need new batteries. So here is the Kwanzaa cubby. These circle ornaments I think I'm going to put up on the back there. This one I don't think I'm going to keep there because it says Kwanzaa on my Kinara already. And I want to put some more stuff around here. Is there anybody new over here? No, nobody new there. That's the Grinch that I got yesterday. And this is one of those wood sliced Grinches that I mentioned earlier. Some paper ornaments that I made. And yeah, so I need something here, but I'm not sure what that needs to be yet. I'm also considering pulling my Advent. Nope, not gonna do that. So I need something here. Yeah.